Why do breakups hurt so much? I had to find out, so I'm going to show you what I learned. A few months ago, I went through a breakup with a girl that I was engaged to. We were together almost 5 years. And let me tell you, that shit hurt. I would rather get kicked in the nuts and get my ass beat every single day than have to feel something like that again. But it got me wondering, what is the evolutionary benefit to heartbreak after you separate from someone or after you lose someone? There's some research that says the same part of your brain that activates whenever you go through a breakup or some type of romantic rejection is the same part of your brain that activates when you feel physical pain. So your brain really doesn't know the difference between physical pain and that emotional pain from the breakup. It almost feels like a withdrawal because it really is. There are some theories that the same pathway that are rewards for romantic love are the same pathways that are for addiction. So during the relationship, you're getting accustomed to dopamine and oxytocin and all these bonding and reward and comfort hormones and chemicals. And when you break up, you just don't get those anymore. So you basically withdraw from them. Those rewards that you were getting from that person are no longer there. So it resembles some sort of withdrawal. But why? Why does it hurt after we go through a breakup? That's what I want to know. What purpose was it for us to evolve this way? There's got to be some reason that it feels like your heart's in your ass. Well, here are the main theories. Number one, it motivates you to repair valuable relationships. See, for most of human history, losing a long-term partner could have been really devastating to your survival. You lost protection, someone to help you raise kids, you lost access to help and social support. So if losing a partner didn't hurt, then people may have given up on relationships too easy. That emotional pain helps you change your behavior, helps you apologize and reconcile with the person, and maybe even learn for future relationships. In other words, emotional pain says, this relationship is very valuable, don't lose it. And number two, it helps you learn, just like what we talked about. What is the best teacher in life? Pain. The brain uses this pain to strengthen that memory so you learn from it. You're going to be asking, what went wrong? What could I have done different? Or what should I do different next time? So learning from the failure of that relationship could help you with future mate selection and future relationship success. Number three, humans are just wired for attachment. We evolved as an extremely social species. Our brains pretty much treat important relationships like a necessity because it was to survive. Thousands of years ago when we were hunter-gatherers, if you were abandoned by your group, you were pretty much dead. So when you lose a really close partner, it really lowered your chances of survival. And number four, it prevents you from making costly mistakes over and over again. Finding a high-quality partner is a big investment. It takes a lot of time, energy, emotional investment. You're risking your reputation. Then if you have children, that comes into play. So when you break up, you basically lose all that you just invested. And the pain from a breakup is telling you, hey, we invested a lot into this. We don't want to lose it. And another theory is that it encourages social support. People who are hurting from a breakup, they tend to reach out to family, friends, or reach out to someone in their community. So reconnecting with your social group after you lose a mate, it increases your resilience and it improves your chances of finding another partner. So yeah, breakups hurt, and there's a reason why they suck. And they hurt more for some people than they do others, but that has to do with your attachment style. Some people have an avoidant, secure, anxious attachment style, the length of time you were in your relationship, whether the breakup was expected or did it come out of the blue? Was there some sort of betrayal? Did someone cheat? All these are factors to determine how bad and how long it's gonna hurt after you separate. If a lot of your identity was tied up in your relationship, it's probably going to hurt you a lot worse. If you don't have many friends and family that you can reach out to after your breakup, it's probably going to hurt you a lot worse. So in the future, when you're trying to find someone, don't put all your identity into the relationship, because if that relationship is who you are, when you break up, you lose who you are. That's not to say you don't want to love someone and give them all of you. You do, but you still want to be your own self. Now, is there a bright side after a breakup? Yes, there is. Just like we evolved to feel pain after a breakup, we evolved to move on also. See, the initial pain makes you want to preserve that relationship and reflect. But once that initial pain wears off, we have a mechanism that helps us move forward and reduce that attachment over time. After that sadness and pain starts fading, then you're open to forming new relationships and chasing goals that you may have put off while you were with that person. You might rebuild your social lives, start hanging out with your friends again, and get out in the community more. If these attachments never did weaken over time, then we would stay stuck yearning for a partner that was no longer available. And that would reduce our chance for reproductive success in the future. So the pain will go away. It just takes time. The big picture. Heartbreak is an evolutionary adaptation that served a lot of different purposes. It signals that you lost something very valuable to you. It motivates learning and motivates you to change your behavior. It strengthens your attachments in other important relationships, and it eventually goes away and you can invest in new relationships, better relationships, because you have learned from the previous one. So when you hurt after a breakup, that's not evidence that something is wrong with you. That's evidence that your brain is just responding to this loss just like it was evolved to over thousands and thousands of years. Long-term pair bonds are so important to human existence. I know when you get your heart broke, you just want to close yourself off and never give anybody the opportunity to hurt you like that again, but you can't. Open yourself up to new people and allow yourself to be loved. Think about it like this. Is it better to know that you have been so deeply in love with someone that you could feel it all the way to your bones and it went away, or just never have loved at all? My name's Wesley. I'll see you later.